Sean Diddy Combs finds himself embroiled in a deepening legal quagmire. A new superseding indictment has been filed against the music mogul, adding 2 more charges of sex trafficking and transportation for prostitution. These charges are in addition to the 3 he already faces, bringing the total to a staggering 5. The indictment alleges a pattern of predatory behavior, accusing Combs of using his wealth and influence to exploit vulnerable women. Prosecutors paint a picture of a man who treated women as commodities, coercing them into sexual acts for his own gratification. The new charges are particularly damning, as they center on an unnamed victim too. The indictment alleges that Combs engaged in a systematic campaign to exploit victim 2, recruiting, enticing, harboring, transporting, and maintaining her for commercial sex acts. These activities allegedly took place between 2021 and 2024, a period during which Combs was publicly promoting his various business ventures and philanthropic endeavors. The indictment is a stark reminder that behind the glittering facade of fame and fortune, there can be a dark underbelly of exploitation and abuse. Combs' case has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, raising uncomfortable questions about the power dynamics that often pervade the lives of the rich and famous. Combs and his legal team have responded to the new indictment with indignation and defiance. They vehemently deny all allegations, calling them a gross mischaracterization of consensual relationships. His attorneys argue the prosecution is invading privacy, criminalizing private matters. They claim the government is overreaching, using broad laws to target Combs. The prosecution is accused of using Combs' high profile for political points. Combs' legal team vows to fight the charges, calling the case baseless. Combs has remained silent, letting his lawyers speak for him. In a brief statement, he called the indictment a witch hunt and a travesty of justice. He maintains his innocence, confident he will be exonerated. The stage is set for a high-stakes legal battle in the media spotlight. Combs' reputation and legacy hang in the balance, facing a potential prison sentence. This is not the first time Combs has faced legal scrutiny. In fact, the current indictment is just the latest chapter in a long and troubled history with the law. Previous indictments, filed in September of the previous year and then superseded in March, painted a similarly disturbing picture of Combs's alleged behavior. The March indictment included charges of forced labor, suggesting a pattern of exploitation that extended beyond sexual abuse. It alleged that Combs forced individuals to work for him under duress, subjecting them to inhumane conditions and withholding their rightful compensation. The indictment sent shockwaves through the entertainment world, as it revealed a darker side to the man who had built an empire on music, fashion, and philanthropy. The September indictment, while lacking the forced labor charges, was no less serious. It accused Combs of racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation for prostitution, charges that could carry significant prison time. The indictment alleged that Combs was involved in a criminal enterprise that profited from the exploitation of young women. These earlier indictments provide context for the current charges, suggesting a pattern of behavior that spans several years. They paint a picture of a man who allegedly used his power and influence to control and manipulate others for his own personal gain. Protecting the victims. At the heart of this complex legal drama are the alleged victims, whose lives have been deeply impacted by Combs' alleged actions. The prosecution has made it clear that protecting the identities and well-being of these women is of paramount importance. Prosecutors have filed a motion requesting the court to use pseudonyms for Victim 2, Victim 3, and Victim 4, shielding their true identities from public scrutiny. They argue that these women have a right to privacy and that revealing their names could subject them to harassment and intimidation. Furthermore, the prosecution is seeking to restrict the defense from eliciting any identifying details about the victims during the trial. They argue that such information is irrelevant to the case and that its disclosure would serve no purpose other than to potentially endanger the women. The judge has yet to rule on the prosecution's motion, but the request highlights the sensitive nature of the case and the need to balance the rights of the defendant with the safety and privacy of the alleged victims. A looming legal battle. All eyes are on the trial date, May 12, 2025. The trial is expected to be a media spectacle. The outcome will have far-reaching implications for Combs and the entertainment industry. A crucial pre-trial hearing is scheduled for April 25, 2025. This hearing could address victim protection measures and set the stage for Combs' third arraignment. The defense may request more time to prepare, potentially delaying the trial. Combs also faces numerous civil lawsuits. Dozens have come forward with allegations of assault and abuse. These civil suits could result in substantial financial settlements. Combs' legal woes are far from over. He faces a perfect storm of criminal charges, civil litigation, and public reckoning. The coming months will be a defining chapter in his life.